Hey everyone, Beau here. Welcome to another episode of Beau Reviews. Today's episode, The Gallows. So this film is another found footage type of movie where everything is done with a handheld camera or a phone. The different thing about this movie though is it switches way too often about the different types of cameras it's using. Sometimes it's using a handheld camera, sometimes it's using a phone, sometimes it's using cameras up in a skylight or something, I don't know. But it switches way too often, which really makes it that much less believable. Now, granted, these types of movies have stopped being believable since after the Blair Witch Project, and even then it wasn't believable. But this one really just says, you know what, screw it, we're going to do a found footage movie, and we don't care what anyone thinks. Now, with saying that, it does have some pretty solid jump scares and some pretty creepy imagery. So, even though it's not an absolute great movie, I would still recommend it to some people who just want a decent horror movie. Now, I'll try to keep this as spoiler-free as I possibly can, but if I happen to say something that spoils the ending, just remember this one thing. Yeah. Now, The Gallows is about a guy named Reese who quits the football team to join the drama club so he can be in a play, and I assume it's to impress a girl. We all eventually learn that he does have a thing for this girl. I don't know if that was his only reason for joining. Maybe he wanted to be part of the drama club, or I don't know. But we know that that's kind of a big deal for him. But his friend Ryan, who was also on the football team, thinks it's the dumbest thing ever, and he's the biggest douchebag of this whole thing, always making fun of Reese, saying that his acting is horrible, he's gonna regret this, saying that the drama club is stupid, and every time Ryan is on camera, you know he's gonna die in this movie. He's the biggest douchebag in the entire movie, and you cannot wait to see this guy die. I mean, this is how much of a douchebag he is.
Can I borrow your blouse? Why, man? I need some clarity, bro. Help me out here. Isn't this embarrassing, dude? Like, you're choking worse than Charlie did. Dude, they're gonna tear you apart in here. Buddies, take this. Take this thing, man. Watch this.
Oh my god.
Now, the play that Reese is being a part of is the name of the play is The Gallows, and it's about a time way back when a guy is being accused of something and has to be hung for it. I always think of it like the Salem witch trials. That's what it looks like to me, but I could be wrong. The thing about this play is that back in '93, the play was performed at the school also, and one of the students was accidentally hung there. I mean, maybe accidentally hung, or maybe some spirit actually murdered him. I don't know. But there was a reason why they didn't play for so long until this one lady, Pfeiffer, I believe that's her name, she protested and protested, and she wanted to do this play again, and they finally got it. Now, in the play back in '93, the guy who was hung, his name was Charlie. And so it has now been considered bad luck to say the name Charlie on stage. Unfortunately, I don't think that's what the cause of all this is. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. It's just, but that becomes a big myth or a big legend around the school, is the spirit of this Charlie guy is still around. So while Reese is trying his best to be part of this play and do a good job and try to impress Pfeiffer, his buddy Ryan is just constantly being a douchebag and making it just seem like drama, and Reese being in this is just the dumbest thing. And you know what? They need to probably do something about it. I mean, he's like I said, he's the biggest douchebag. He does stuff that's really inappropriate. He flirts with the teachers, and even the teachers seem to find it okay.
Here's Miss Shannon. Do you still have a husband, Miss Shannon? Love you too.
But eventually he comes up with a plan to trash the stage, and hopefully they would cancel the play so that Reese doesn't have to perform. So they all decide to sneak in at night to do this.
It's a win. I'm a freaking genius.
What time?
You're not coming, Cassidy.
Yes, I'm coming.
No, you're not. You're a cheerleader.
How does that have to do with anything?
You know, let me finish. You're a cheerleader that likes to do other girl dance stuff, not cool, awesome, scary stuff at the school at night.
Now, before going and doing this little prank or this little thing that they're going to do, Ryan decides to talk to some of the parents of the students just to kind of get an idea of like why they are interested in doing in watching their kids do this. What does this play mean to them? What is the significance of it? What is the significance of the play back in '93? And so he learns a few things about it, but of course he doesn't believe any of it.
Contain your excitement, gentlemen. I don't even know if this lady's a parent. She's here literally every day. Sits in the same spot. Wait, so you were in the old show?
The original show.
Like the original?
I was there.
What was that like?
I don't know if you ever recovered from something like this. It was horrifying.
The students were upset, the teachers were upset. Charlie had a girlfriend.
He had a girlfriend?
Oh, I didn't really know her, but she was devastated.
I've been here when my kids have been here and things have happened. Lights have gone on when there was no one in the lighting booth. Doors have been opened and shut and locked. There's all kinds of stories around here. Mm-hmm.
So now that they've gone inside and they start trashing the stage, and not very successfully. In fact, once you watch it, if you decide to watch it, it's kind of funny. They just kick down prop trees or something like that, things that can be easily just be set back up, and they call it good and whatever. So that's kind of funny. But they run into Pfeiffer there, who happened to see their car outside and thought, hey, someone's here. What's going on? So she goes in, and so they have to lie to say, oh, we're not here to cause any problems. We're just here to practice. That's it. And so during this time, they end up getting locked inside, obviously. So they're locked inside. They can't get a signal on their phone. All the landlines are down. They can't... nothing seems to be working. And so they just end up kind of wandering around the school, trying to figure out what to do. And then they wander in places they probably know they shouldn't go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, go down the creepy hallway. That's really smart.
At least it's Ryan, though, who's going down the creepy hallway. And to be honest, we're all just counting the seconds until he dies.
But they do end up finding something at the end of the creepy hallway.
During the school's presentation of the Gallows. Charlie, it's a theater test. The spirit will live on in the theater.
Should have never ended like this. It's just not fair.
That's that lady from the theater. She was the girlfriend.
Criminal dying to play a role that he was never meant to play. Charlie had originally been cast as a hangman. The department had created a handmade costume.
Charlie was supposed to be the hangman.
What happened? Leave that. Called in sick. Called in sick. Charlie Grimmel was the understudy. What about the hangman, though? I guess I'll do one.
So Reese noticed something in that little clip there. It saw that it was an old picture of his dad among all the other cast members there, and he learned that it was supposed to be his dad who was going to be the actor who was going to pretend to be hanged, and Charlie was going to be the one who was going to be the hangman, which they mentioned in that clip. So of course Reese thinks this is weird, and it's just a weird coincidence. But I mean, the thing is, his dad, he left. He didn't act in the play, so Charlie had to take over. And so we don't really know is Charlie just upset about this? We don't know. But all we know is that there is a connection there, and so that's kind of the mystery about all this. So as they're learning more about what's going on, a lot of creepy things tend to happen. The trash stage is kind of put back together without them doing anything. There's things that are moving around, and people end up getting hurt.
Freaking ground! Move out of the way, quick. Let me see it. Cassidy, I need to get a good look at it. I need to. Just breathe. Get off of me. She's my girlfriend. Get out of here. Stop. Let me just see it. Stop. Let me just get it. You're the reason for freaking me. Get the hell out. Cassidy, get out.
So with people starting to get hurt, they realize they need to get out as soon as possible, and so they see a vent towards the ceiling, and they see a ladder, so they thought maybe if we can crawl out of the vent, that'll lead outside. So they try that. And Ryan, being the big egotistical douche that he is, he tries to open up that vent, and he's yelling out to Charlie, and saying, you know what, I don't care, I'm getting us out of here, and I don't care about no stupid ghost or whatever else. And of course, you know what happens then.
Charlie, show yourself. Show me something, Charlie.
Ryan, stop it!
Get down, stop saying the name.
What's going on?
Ryan, get down right now. God damn it, Ryan, stop this. You're being stupid. You're gonna get yourself killed. Ryan, please, man.
Stop it!
Okay, now calm down. Will you just calm down, please? Stop it. Reese, I got this.
So Ryan gets hurt, and that causes people to panic and scatter, which, as we all know, is the dumbest thing in the world to do. I mean, come on, people.
Please come back.
Don't you know you never split the party?
But of course, Ryan does end up all alone, and I think we all know what happens next, and it's obviously my favorite part of the entire movie. Hung by the neck and hoisted high above the stage. What a way to go. Now, I've got one more clip that I really like and I want to show you, but before I do that, I want to talk about just if this movie is good or not. And in my opinion, I think it is. It's not an absolute great horror movie. However, if you are a die-hard horror movie fan and you want to add on to your collection, then I strongly advise you get this movie and just to have it. Because, like I said, there are some solid, creepy imagery in it, and it's some pretty good jump scares in it as well. I do like it. And there is a surprise ending in it, and I think it's actually a little... I was shocked a little bit. I wouldn't say it was like the biggest surprise ending of all time, but it was a big enough one, I think. I think it could have been done better, but I think it was still good. And basically what it was is that there's more people connected to Charlie than we realize. And so with that, I probably gave too much away, but like I said. So let me just show you this little creepy imagery that I thought really